Alright, this is Jonathan Ober with a week 3 update, and just going to do a quick screencast video and kind of catch everybody up. So we're a couple weeks in now, and we've got a lot of things going on our site as far as plugins and some functionality. And what we covered last Thursday was basically we added a contact form to our site, we added a WooCommerce store for e-commerce, and we added a slideshow. So I'm going to go right down through and just kind of give a recap on how all of those things were done and what we did. So we're going to go over to our plugins and look at our installed plugins. And one of the things that we did just to get started was that we activated Jetpack. So that required going out and setting up a WordPress.com account. And once you did that, you got this little Jetpack guy up here. So from Jetpack, we installed the contact form. So we just did a quick search for contact. And then we also, just so I don't have to do this later, we also did the carousel right here. Oh, scratch that. You know what? We did not use the carousel. We used the FR slideshow. So just install contact form 7. And we came in here to our contact form. There is a default form that gets set up, and I have a couple forms going on here just that I was working with. I'm going to go ahead into contact form 1 because I'm pretty sure this is the one that I have live on my site. And just to remember, let's see, where did I put my contact form? Let's see if I have a contact page. Nope. Alright, so let me see where I put that form. Oh, that's right, I have a contact draft. Okay. So, should be able to view that form. Alright, so let's clean up my tabs here a little bit. Alright, so I have this contact form placed on my site. And the way that we set up our form was through our contact forms. And that's going to open up this. So we went to our contact form 1. And we have, no, that's not the right one. Sorry about that. I have a couple forms that I've created. That's not the right one. There we go. So when we set up the form, we just gave it a name. Of course, I wasn't too great. I named them all the same. We get our little short code here for when we want to install that into a page or a post. And then we have this little from area, which is, or the form area, which we're going to construct. And the way that we construct that is just picking our field type that we want over here. So if we want a text field, for instance, turn that on as required. Fill out these different values if we need to. And then we copy this over here and copy this down in here so that our email actually has that information that we're gathering. So we added some paragraph and some breaks there just to style our form where the name and then the field is underneath of that. So we did that. We also have some required elements here with the stars you can see. You can see certain tags that we've generated with regards to like email. It's going to have email in the front. So we'll see emails over there. You can change the name here to be something like your email, and then when you go down you'll see that it actually creates that, and that's just the field that gets populated then with whatever somebody types in. So we have all that set up, pretty good to go. Again, you can use that starter one as a help to get you going. You fill out all those, you make sure you have the required information that you need to actually receive the email, and then you have your message body, which is the content that's going to come to you when somebody fills that out. So once that's all done, and there are some other things down here, sorry, that you can change the you know, if there's validation errors, sending successfully or failed, and all those. Once that's all done, you'll have your page, and again, you'll embed that contact form If you didn't copy that little short code, you can grab that from here. Oh, maybe not. Right, scratch that. That you can create a contact form. So let's go ahead and. So you'll grab that. Sorry about that. You'll grab that short code there, paste that in, and that's what brings all of our stuff here. So that's contact forms. The next thing I want to show you is the WooCommerce. So we've installed our WooCommerce plugin, which is, if you remember, this is going to be the plugin. Go ahead. That has, I think it was a hippo with a mustache. So we installed that plugin. We get this WooCommerce area and the products area. We also get some pages set up. So if you remember, we had that little purple, do you want to install WooCommerce pages? I went ahead and said yes. And those pages are the cart, checkout, my account, and then the shop page. So WooCommerce set up a shop page. So if we go over here to shop, that's going to set these up. We have all of our WooCommerce settings in here, which hopefully you can just read through and make the selections that you want. We're not actually going to tie this into PayPal or anything, so it doesn't really matter if you're set up here. But the real thing that I want you guys to all focus on was just adding some product. So we went through and created some fake products. We added some text, SKUs, prices, sale price if you want. We did make sure that it was in stock. We're not managing the inventory, so we can just simply turn it on to in stock. We're not going to get into any of the other details right now for this example, but we want to make sure you add a photo, and then just for this example I had a second photo. It's real easy and straightforward, I feel. Again, I don't want to assume anything. There's easy images that are there. But if you have any questions with just getting that set up, just let me know. And then the third thing we did, we added this plugin for the slideshow. So let me just get on my page 1, which I think is my home page. Yes. Okay, so we have our plugin, the Fluid Responsive Slideshow. Where we want to go, when you get that slideshow there, you're going to come here. We've created our home slideshow, and we've got our slides set up. We also have some slideshow options, which is just in reference to this slideshow. And we have our skin and fade and the width and height and some other different things there. You just go through, you can play around with these settings and just try some different stuff. Just know that this plugin has a lot of settings, so you can get creative. Excuse me. And we have our slides. We did have some text boxes in that. Let's go back to that. Sorry about that. We had some text boxes. We got the text over top of the picture without anything. So you want to kind of play around with those settings. Just again, getting a feel for this plugin. Just like the contact form, there's this little shortcode snippet right here that we're going to install on that page right there. And that's what makes the slideshow show right there. I know I went through that kind of quickly. As always, if there's any questions, feel free to let me know. Now what I want to do is really kind of quickly jump into what we're going to do tonight, and I'm going to try and do that in a way that's easy for you all. So what I want to get us doing is basically creating a sidebar and a footer, a secondary footer, and a secondary sidebar, and then a page template. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a little snippet of code. So there was a little weird pause there, and what that was I was bringing up the page that I wanted to look for. So I found this page, and I'll be honest, I didn't even know that this was possible, only because I've never needed to do things this way. But because of the way that the classroom is set up, with our project being on my server and FTPing into things can be, a little difficult from time to time. I wanted to make sure that we can do some things right in the admin editor, appearance editor, sorry. So I went to this page, how to create a theme file in WordPress without FTP access. So there's basically a few steps, things that we need to know, and it's all written out here. I've actually met the guy that's featured here. He was at a WordCamp in Baltimore and spoke. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go right down and copy this code. Okay, and they want you to put this code in your header file. So I'm in the appearance editor, and if we've done things correctly with our child theme, we'd copied that header over. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to put my cursor in there and paste this code in. Now, right now, we are yet to, do what we need to do as far as changing their code. So you want to grab your theme directory. And the way that we find that is if you go back here to your theme, you can click on that, and you can see that your theme is 2015 child. And I know from when we set this up, actually I don't want to go there, sorry. When I set this up, we call our template 2015 child, and so our actual files on our site are going to be in the 2015-child folder. And so I'm just going to go ahead and switch out this name to child. And then we're going to do a couple, I want to create a couple empty pages right now. And so I can do this all at once. So sidebar, let's just go sidebar second. And then we're going to do footer. And then we'll do page, we'll just call this one page new footer. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create these, and so we have this little snippet of code. We're going to go ahead and update that file. Okay, so right now we've made some edits on our header, and I'm just going to simply refresh this page. Our header PHP is loaded, and what it's done now is if I come back here to the editor, click the editor button, we should see that there's some things here. Sidebar second, footer second, and page new footer. Okay. Now we don't want that code to run again if somebody refreshes our page, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Update file. So that's a little snippet of code that we're going to use, and then we're going to actually go in and edit these files. And what I'm going to end up having you all do is we'll grab our footer code because we're going to make some changes there. And we're going to grab our page template code, and we'll make some changes there. And we'll just do a couple things. So that's on for probably the first hour. The next thing I want to do is I just want to show you, not that. I have a client where their name is Advanced Odor Solutions, and the plugin that we want to use is Advanced Custom Fields. So if you're watching this video before class on Thursday, you can go ahead to Advanced Custom Fields and install that plugin. So you can go plugin, install plugin, and then do a search for Advanced Custom Fields. Oh, not that way, sorry. Do an add new and do a search for Advanced Custom Fields. That should bring up this ACF. Go ahead and install and hit OK. And activate. Now, I'm going to give some examples in class on why you would use advanced custom fields and why I am so, and I'm going to use the term smitten with this plugin. It's a really great plugin, and I think you're all going to enjoy it. I think there's going to be some real-world application for this plugin, even in the free version. And then I will also highlight some of the paid attributes and how this plugin specifically has made my life a little bit easier with regards to some client projects, and just how it's kind of changed the way that I operate. So depending on how long creating our themes take, our theme pages take, which will probably be the first hour and a half or 2 hours even, we're going to touch a little bit on advanced custom fields and go from there. So that's all that I have today. We will see each other on Thursday, pending the snow, and hopefully we'll be able to get through those two things. I'll talk to you soon.